Hey guys, Philosopher here, and we're going to try another crazy war attack. Look, we've got an unwinnable war, a 122 million TCP punch up against Legion Black, the number one TCP alliance in the game. Thanks for that great matchmaking, Scopelnex. So I'm going to try a YOLO attack, very difficult attack, and this time I'm going to attack the mercenaries. This is a very tough Shuri Mercs team with a G14, G15 characters. I mean, very tough 706k team. And I'm going to do this to show you how the Hydra 3.0 team works. A lot of you have been asking me, what is this team made of? How do you make it work, etc. All right, we're going to do it today. I'm going to show you the positioning and the characters and everything. Okay, so first of all, what you want to have is you want Zemo in the center. And we're going to have Red Guardian next to him. We could have Drax, but frankly, I need all the help I could get against this massive team. Then you want to put Red Skull here on the other side. Why do we want Red Skull on the other side? Well, these characters that are adjacent to him are going to get evades. Actually, I think I'm going to switch the sides here. We'll put Red Guardian here in this spot so that this way he gets the splash damage from Grenadier. And then we put Red Skull here. Once Scopely actually gets saved squads for war, then I can do this. Okay, so Grenadier's here. And then we have on the other end, you have Winter Soldier. By the way, anyone telling you Winter Soldier's a trash character is wrong. Winter Soldier's fantastic in this team, and he's who you want. So we're going to do 180k punch-up with Hydra 3.0. Now, how and why is this going to work, or at least why I hope it's going to work? It's going to work for a couple of reasons. First of all, I have a big Zemo. Okay, mine is G15 6 red star. You don't have to have him that big. I will show you afterwards, how this all works. But nonetheless, Grenadier is the highest damage, and that is the case for a couple of reasons. I'll show you that afterwards after the fight as well. Essentially, Grenadier is one of the highest damage characters in the game, so he's only G14. I think he's level 77, and he's nonetheless higher damage stat than Zemo, and he also gets 10% from Red Skull's passive. So when he's the highest damage, Taskmaster, who's going to move early on, is going to place Taunt on Grenadier. Okay? And what's going to happen there is by placing Taunt on Grenadier, that's going to make sure that the Mercs waste all these attacks on Grenadier, which is what we want because Zemo's going to res him. Make sense? That's how this is going to work. Very, very easy attack. Very easy to do. To set up, it's a trick and it's offense that only works against Mercs. So a lot of people ask me, what else do you use it against? Nothing. This is a pure Merc counter. But this team with Shuri Mercs is one of the toughest teams in the game. If you don't beat it with Hydra 3.0, you basically have to use Black Order on it. It's just very, very difficult to do. So, this is a counter that works simply because of the way that the Mercs are set up, okay? Now, the Winter Soldier is going to be helpful here because he has some unblockable heal block that he gets from his ultimate. Hopefully, I got my Winter Soldier large enough to be able to do it here. So let's see how this works. So here you go. See, that initial barrage from Killmonger is going after Red Guardian, but he stays alive. And that's key. Now they put the taunt on Grenadier. No problem. So now we could ability block Taskmaster. And actually, you know what? Let's do that. Although I usually or often ability block Merc Riot Guard instead, or excuse me, not Merc Riot Guard, Merc Lieutenant instead. So you see the revives here? Okay, now what we're going to do is put the unblockable heal block. Boom! Oh, he got resisted. That's a problem. Because I usually have as my number one thing here is I usually try to get Merc Riot Guard down. I also noticed that he resisted the removal of his defense up. That's an issue. Okay, so what you do is you use these summons just for the death proofs and a little bit of heals. Okay, now we get to actually let's ability block him here. Oh, he had blind. That was stupid. I should have just given defense up to everybody. All right, let's get down Merc Lieutenant, and that's done. So now we're going to aim for Merc Riot Guard. That's the key. Unfortunately, we can't seem to get his defense up down. All right. Wow. All right. So let's see if we did get the defense down there. That's huge. All right. Now we're going to go after Merc Rijkaard. Let's see if we can get this done. I really hope that we're able to get that defense up off of him. That's really the problem here. All right, that's good. All right, now we're going to apply there we go, the defense up. So now I use the ultimate on Red Skull to try to go after Taskmaster. Usually it's enough to get it done. Not quite here. All right. Well, it's a big punch up, and that's why. All right, now Merc Rijkaard's going to go bye-bye. All right, now we're going to go after Taskmaster. All right, now we're going to get these the death proofs again. There we go. You see how he keeps going after. There we go. All right. Now we're doing everything we can here to go after Taskmaster. All right. I think we got him. There we go. Now we got it. Now we got it. So you can see, I mean, this is not that hard of a fight. Now, it's obviously a team that's specifically built, right, to counter Mercs, but it's a great counter. You know, a lot of people, I see a lot of you guys using Zemo on these super teams to take down Marauders or something, or even to take down Doom. You don't really need them, okay? I'll show you I have other videos that I show you how to take down Doom with Shadowland or with Symbiotes or something like that. You don't need to waste your Zemo on that. You see this? We have a perfect team that basically it's Zemo, and you can use Drax in that spot instead of Red Guardian if you're not doing some massive punch-up like this one. All right? It really works. So let's go and let me show you exactly why this works so well, exactly why this counter is actually very useful. And we can go through the abilities, and I can show you exactly how to build it so you make sure you can replicate my success here, okay? So what we have is, the most important thing is you got to have a big Zemo. So I think you're going to want your Zemo to be, gear tier 14 or higher. You're going to want to get some red stars on your Zemo. And there are two required T4s right here, special and passive. I don't have any others. The ult is very good, but not required. So now when you look at my Zemo's damage stat, it is 23,900. All right, so now if you go to Hydra Grenadier, so 23,900, right? So if we go to my Hydra Grenadier, he should be around here. So his damage is 22,000, right? So if you multiply this by 1.1, in other words, if you give him an additional 10%, he ekes out Zemo. And that's what you have to do. The special here, by the way, is a nice-to-have T4, but obviously not necessary. So here I got him to gear tier 14, level 77. Where does the 10% come from? Well, it comes from the Red Skull passive. And the Red Skull passive gives Hydra minion allies 10% speed and damage. If you have the T4, you actually get 15%. But I don't have the T4. I don't have any T4s here. But this T4 will help you to put less gear into Hydra Grenadier. So if you have more T4s than gear, you put that T4 in. And then, of course, we have Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier, you have to upgrade him for this event that's coming up. So that could be a reason actually to do that. You get two uses out of him. But I have Winter Soldier right here. Gear tier 13, level 75. This is a very nice upgrade, but not necessary, okay? And frankly, the higher you can get him up, if you get him to gear tier 14 or whatever, he's more likely to land that heal block on Merc Rijkaard. That's basically what he does. His passive also gives crit chance to self and Hydra allies. You could get more. That's also, I would say, just a nice to have, but not essential, obviously. Now, I often use Drax with this team. Gear tier 13, level 75. But when you're punching up as big as I was punching up there, I use a huge Red Guardian. And, really his team isn't very good. I think this is actually the best use of Red Guardian right now in War because, while some people use Red Guardian, on, let's say, a Sinister Six team or another team like that, a Marauders team, whatever it is. They're really only using it because, or Mercs, they're using it because X4, he screws up X-Force, but, X-Force as a counter doesn't work at very high levels at those teams anyways, against those teams. So I think Red Guardian's best use is on offense. All right, guys, if you like this video, smash that like button. And then subscribe to this channel. Go to our Discord below, and you can have conversations about the game, and also check out my Twitch stream as well.